Welcome to the channel. Good morning, everybody. I'm so grateful this morning to come in front of the camera and try to sensitize on some topics I've been trying to push now here and there. And I'm grateful that those who are subscribing and doing me a great job by commenting there below. I'm so happy about you. This video this morning is all about what is going on between the countries that are attached to American hegemony and those who are attached to Chinese and Russian socialist capitalists as socialist. Now, that one is just the tip on the iceberg. And this war is being fought behind the curtains, but they are stage managing what they think we need to see. Everybody wants good economy, everybody wants good, country, everybody wants good leadership. But when it reaches a point whereby the leadership is not in control anymore, or what they give to the people is not what the people want, then there becomes a very big problem. Recently, I was watching a video, and this video was all about how the Minnesota scam is exploding into other cities and states in America. And governor of, I think it's a House of Representative from California, he was saying, I think California is far much worse than what you see in Minnesota. I was like, what are you talking about? She went on and brought in some topics there that were so sensitive, and the commentator or the journalist who was doing that interview was astonished. And she just said, how did we get there? What went wrong? How can we tackle this problem? If we can be allowed to table the evidence, California state is going down with a big scam. These welfare societies that are being supported by the government, honestly speaking, they're ripping off American people because they are not properly vetted. And this is the time for the American people to change their constitution that will allow governor to have term limit, Congress to have term limit, Senate to have term limit. And if they do that, they will be able to tame the loopholes. Because if a governor can be a governor for 20 years, 15 years, and a Congress is a lifetime, it's like a political lifetime career, then there's so many things that can go wrong, and misrepresentation of the people's will or constitution can have a big problem. Now, for instance, if you look at what is happening in Minnesota, Somalis, they have entrenched themselves in the American system. They have gone to an extent of having the public offices whereby they have the political power, the attorney power, and economic power, and they have the religious and social economic power. You will not be able to take these people out of the system. It's going to be very difficult, almost impossible. And they knew this, and they were expecting this to happen 30 years down the line, and they have achieved that. What's happening in California, if it follows the suit, Oregon and Ohio follows the suit, this is a tip of an iceberg. Nobody was expecting America to go down with the mega corruption, particularly in the government institution, to that extent, because it looks like it's very much against corruption worldwide. No one was expecting America to reach that level whereby corruption that's happening in Africa and some part of Eastern Asia, whereby the government officials are stealing money, east left, fabrication of the documents, nepotism, blatant stealing. Nobody was expecting that to happen to America because people thought America's justice system and civil law applies equitably. Now the question is, how deep is this scam? Because all the money stolen from America is not in America. These people who are stealing this money, they have found a way of taking the money out. Another day I saw another blogger who was doing a podcast, and he had a screenshot of a 20-second video of a court proceedings in somewhere downtown Minnesota court, whereby a Somali was being asked by a prosecutor, what is Hawala system of money transfer, whereby it doesn't involve bank transfer, it's a physical count money, hard cash from hand to hand. How does it get to Africa? Now, the way that narrative was going, it was like you make an order here, I want 20 million in Kenya, and you have 20 million in America. So you give that money to somebody who needs 20 million in America. And here in Kenya, somebody who has 20 million will give me 20 million. You know, that system is very difficult to trace. Who is this person? And governments are going to experience very, very complex litigations and diplomatic and confrontations that are going to take place, because America will have to trace its money. No matter what, America is going to trace its money. And these corporates, they have tried to clean the mess. They have tried to clean the money. And the way they have been trying to clean the money, it seems like it's by hand mutual trust without leaving any evidence behind. It's going to be a very difficult system to get to the right actual thing, because money that has been changing hands without a trace, then you have to do what you call assessment system audit, declaration of properties and assets accumulation. And in Africa, that is corruption. It's not going to be actual what you are looking for. So this corruption is deepening in America. American institutions, they are being raided. American institution justice system is falling apart. American foreign policy is at its lowest level misinterpretation. And everybody is watching what is going on in America. And people are waiting to see if there's going to be a touchable evidence of conviction. Like somebody like Ilman Omar, a Somalian who married a brother, and it's against American constitution. You cannot marry your brother. We are waiting for her to be interdicted and deported, denaturalized and deported according to the Trump administration. It's going to happen. But people don't know when. This is a scenario that is frightening and making everybody look like, do we have integrity anymore in America? Is there authentication of good, just, fairness? America so far, it's not what we used to think it is. And apart from forceful arrest and lengthy convictions, what else can be done to change the situation? Because it is getting out of hand. And very few people can understand what I'm trying to convince you about here. I think Biden administration and the previous administrations were reluctant to touch this part because they knew it's an explosion that is going to happen. America now is becoming ungovernable. People are protesting. People are protest after protest. ICE agents, they don't want to hear anything. They will have to enter into your residence and check if you have the right papers. If you don't, then they are going to take you out. This is something nobody was expecting. Trauma is everywhere. People, shortages of workers, less movement and less circulation of money in the economy. It's something that, on my opinion, allegedly, they need to clean the system. They need to restore American lost glory. And people need to learn a lesson. America is not what it is at the moment. It's under siege politically. It is under siege democratically. It is under siege culturally. And to customize this, it will take time. To take it back to the lost glory, it will need to clean out the system. And we are expecting more states to come out with convictions, with proper comprehensive statements and policies that are going to shape America. it is not what it used to be. It has fallen down, and now it needs to mend its burst seams in order for it to reclaim the lost glory. Have a good day.